And if you have one person exercising strong emotions towards you because you finally made your YouTube video that God's been telling you to make for 30 millenniums, and you start to do that daily somehow after 3 years of waiting, 7 years of waiting, then you'll have 15 to 100 people exercising the power and energy of God inside them towards you. Now we're talking about a multitude anointing, a multitude. Now we're talking about a civilization. Many times you'll have to enter into a great rest. The greatness, the greatness, the greatness, the legendariness on 3 points. But a lot of times for the Spirit to draw you there, because you're so goal orientated, you're so inspired and passionate to achieve success, many times you'll have to be brought to weakness. What seems insignificant. And on the right side, many things will have to be burned. You're wanting and you're needing more and you're not having enough and you're still fighting this and that. And then you might have to be weakened strongly until all you want to do is rest. And you got to feed every day. If you ain't feeding every day, you're missing out on eternities upon eternities upon eternities. You got to release thus knowledge every day. If you ain't doing it every day, so you got to have pluses before you get to multiplication. And if you're only getting a plus every week or every 3 days, and that's constant, then you're only getting a multiplication every 2 weeks. That means you're only being multiplied by the Spirit of God 2 times a month, when in his mind it was supposed to be 44 times a month. They're going to like you so much. They're going to like your spirit and your knowledge and your wisdom and enhancement so much that it's going to be so delicious to the soul, so sweet to the life. And they're just going to feel the aroma of Christ behind them, and it's going to just propel them to give unto you. You might go through pain. You might go through worry. You might go through sickness. You might go through diseases, which is the worst form of pain and sickness. You might go through trials. But none of these things that you go through last forever. If you know your opponent, if you know what you're trying to possess, if you know the true reality, if you're able to detect what is genuine, if you're able to seamlessly look to the left and see all the occurring events, if you look at the way history has repeated itself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, if you learn to become the spokesman, then all the pens and languages and scrolls in those pens will come to you. You'll forge a blueprint. God will surround all diameters of this blueprint. He'll begin to manufacture structures, buildings, enhancements, all upon this. You will push in the realm of time. You will stay in the realm of time. You will hold a single thought in the mind until there is spiritual breakthrough, until there's revelation, until the person, the spirit, the presence of wisdom begins to shine in you. Not just you gaining wisdom or trying to read a book. Things are filled in between, and you can't seem to find that fluidity that you once had. You got to let it out, the valves of your voice. You got to let out. The time has come. Motivation, expectation, excitement, strength on the 3 particles, past, pretense, now, as you arrive. If you're never going to unlock the 7 dimensions in your voice, singularity, every single day, then the movement that you want to produce, the quality that you want to be sincere with, the value, what you're looking for in your mind is not what you're looking for in your soul. What you think you're looking for in your soul is not going to tell you in your mind. What you really want in your spirit and what God really desires in your spirit, because that's the source. You don't ask what you want from non-source material. You don't ask where your life comes from a piece of paper. You don't say where your kingdom comes from death. You don't say where your breakthrough and your success comes from in nothingness. So the temples that do not exist that we try to create, where we try to find the imitation of light, is not there. So a good ideal can proceed to nothingness, to an empty space, where there's no lever, there's no building, there's no key, there's no kings, there's no rule, there's no reign, there's no opportunity. And look at the day as a sphere. And then once you see the day as a sphere, you're gonna spread out the spectrum of all those days with many more spheres. And then if you learn how to capture a time, you're gonna capture many times. And if you learn the overlay of the day, the underlapping of the day, the folding of the time,